All right. I know we have a tournament that started today, but I was playing some. I'm trying to play some Tour 8 every day just to try and get my trophies back up. I was at one point maxed out all the way through Tour 10, getting ready to go into Tour 11. And somehow, I lost all of these trophies. I did forfeit some to see if I could get matched up below 7 or matched up with Denner, but most of them, someone lost. So I'm just trying to get them all back. So I'm having to relearn how to play these courses. So we'll see. We'll see. It's the shootout stuff and just going out there and trying to remember how to play a one-on-one. One-on-one's definitely different than playing tournaments. The whole deal is fairway to green. Give yourself a chance to win out on the course, and if that doesn't work, go to the shootout and try and be a 75% winner when you're playing one-on-one. Maximize your time. I used to play, I wanted 4 gold trophies a day, so figured 16 wins a day is what you're looking for. 16 wins. I go first. Where are we at here? Where are we at? And that wind is just brutal. Brutal. I think I can just do max overpower. And we'll see. I know if you got a tailwind here, it is a big, I mean, you're getting pushed really, really, really big if you got tailwind. So like even if you just pull the wind out and you add on a little bit, if you're even without any overpower, the wind's just like affecting the ball like 50% more. Or at least it seemed like it. I've played this hole a couple times. We will see. I don't know where I'm going to be at in my club, but I should be. I got to get used to playing with, in this account I have a Hornet, and I'm not really happy with the Hornet 9. And I play with a Kingfisher in my 77 account, and I like it much, much better. But we'll see if I can. I used to love Hornet. I mean, if I could get in the Hornet range, that was big. Big. 11 divided by 1.2. It's like 9.6. .16 rings. So 9.2. There's 9. 2. Hitting it perfect. See if I can eke it into the hole. Need to do an extra pull whenever I'm on this, so like an extra 10%. 10% there would have been 1.1 times. That would have been 10 rings, 10.1. As opposed to 9.2. That would have been about right. The rings down there are so small that like that big of a pull is big. That would have put me right at the flagpole. Like on a lot of clubs, if you make a 1 ring pull, you're going to be way the hell off. But when you're that close with a rapier, 10%, got to remember that. Ooh, that I believe was gravity defying. I'll take it though. I'm happy about it, but I don't think that that's how it would have worked in the real world. Not unless it was a funnel. Once it started to go down right there, it might have rolled, but it would have rolled inside the cup. you could go back and rewind that video, and where it came in there to start off with, it was already like a quarter of the way down in the hole, and there's no way it would have funneled out unless the cup is shaped like a funnel. Like once it's in that, going in that direction, gravity would, that's a gravity well, it would have just sucked it right down into the cup. See where I'm at? Now I'm playing with, like normally when I used to play one-on-one all the time, I play with different stuff in one-on-one, and I play with a Guardian and a Saturn. Let's see which way the wind's blowing. Now I could swear on this hole that even though we were at minimum club, we're playing a max number. Like where are they at in their club? They got a 3-power ball, so I don't know where they're at. It seems like they should be in like towards minimum sniper. See if they can get it up there, which I'm sure they can. 2 rings great to the left. That'd probably help them. You can tell how bad their adjustment was. They hit it 2 rings great to the left, and it came in on the right. That's why I say that I think that 2 ring great to the left helped them. And there's man, there's max. So I guess I am at max. .5, so I'm going to just do 3.5 rings. I was going to add on 10%, but it's 1.1 per ring. If I add on 10%, that's 1 to 1, so 3.5 rings. One ring great to the left. Let's see if I come in on the right. Ooh, just a little too fast. So on that hole, maybe 4 backspin, 4.5, 4.25. I got to get used to hitting with my Guardian because it doesn't have quite the ball guide. I think it's only got like 3.9 ball guide, so I got to get used to hitting with it. Got to refamiliarize myself with my clubs. See if they want to replay. Keep us from having to go through the rigmarole. Come on, bud. There you go. There you go. Playa. Got to playa. I'm not afraid to lose. All right. Is this one of the holes that we're playing? No. Maybe. It used to be, before we had the practice where you could go in and practice the holes, that you had to go out there on the course and try and play the tours that the holes were in. And not in every tournament's case, but they used to, like if it wasn't in tour, yeah, this is one of the ones that's in the tournament. And I'm playing this with the Big Tapa bag. We go 3 rings off. 10-9. It's 2 per ring. I'm way into overpower. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I can get past that tree. You can't get past that tree in rookie. Getting it up there. I needed to get to the shadows, but that shot'll work. In rookie, if you try a max curl shot right there, you'll hit that tree, but in pro, it's back far enough that you can clear it, but not in rookie. Do not do a max curl shot in rookie. But in pro, you can get away with it. See if I can relearn how to play these holes. Like right there, I was playing more like a tournament, like I was trying to get aggressive with it as opposed to just putting the ball over there and using my, instead of being tricky about it, just put it in the spot and do the deal, because if your opponent screws up here and ends up in the rough, they're Now, if you're way up high like this, I think you can recover from the rough. Can I recover? I can recover. Maybe. 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 It's 1.1 per ring, so there's 11, 11, 11, 11, yeah, 10, 10, 11, 11. Go a little more. Almost clipped that tree. Jeez, all these fucking trees in the way. The one weakness about the Guardian is if you go out and play with the Guardian, there are times where, like right there, if you had a Goliath or a big dog or a Cataclysm, you got so much topspin that you could topspin that out and pull back from the red line, and it's 2 per ring, and you can make that adjustment. I don't even know that I would have had to use a lot of overpower or any overpower if I'd have had my big dog or Cataclysm in my bag. But overall, the Guardian will help you in shootouts, because there's a lot of shootouts you get on where the wind is really bad and you're in between clubs, or you've got this lower ball and you can come in there and you can backspin it up to the cup and stick it close to it. So overall, I think the Guardian will help you in shootouts, but it could hurt you sometimes in play. I don't think that wind's going to play that much of a factor, but I'm going to hedge my bet and go right on the inside of the cup. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if it comes in on that edge. Woo! The wind was a factor. So in that case, a great to the left and a perfect would have went in. See if my opponent can make their shot. They're in a much better spot. They'll be able to run their topspin out, and they're so close that wind will not be a factor. Now, if they do this shot, wind will be a factor. This is one of the reasons why you want to run your topspin out, because you can get your ball guide so close to you that it's only in the air for a foot, and wind doesn't play a factor. But when you're doing that shot right there, which is more of like how you'd play an Endbringer, you've got that first bounce from where the ball started off to where it hits the ground the first time. The wind's affecting it. Baby.
Don't call Dunner baby.
No, I tried to get a hold of Dunner, but I haven't been able to get a hold of him yet. He might be at the hockey. I thought the hockey game was yesterday, but yeah, his priorities are skewed if he went to a hockey game instead of playing Golf Clash. I mean, come on. I should do some research and check it out to see, because I tried to get a hold of him, and like I said, I couldn't get a hold of him today. Now, this is a hole right here exactly what I was talking about, where there's times when the Guardian can come in, because you can start off on the green side and you can backspin it to roll it down to the cup, and you can get pretty close. I'm still working on the shot to the cup to get it as close as I can get it. And there are a bunch of different ways that you can play this hole. But overall, depending on which way the wind's blowing, it can be super dangerous to do the bounce over. And so being able to start off every single time on the green side could be beneficial. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see. There's Max Club. It's about 6 rings. There's 6. I'm going to go a little over. I'm going to lean just a little teeny bit to the right, hitting it perfect. And see if it'll suck it down that hill. I started off, I was kind of in the fringe, and I need to start off a little bit more. And I didn't have quite all the backspin on there. And like, if you're running a Saturn and it's got 92 backspin versus 100, it doesn't sound like it's that big of a number, but that last little bit is what really will get you going. And I didn't have it all on there, so I would have been better served to put on all the backspin, which means I wouldn't have been able to get any, if any, side spin on there. But I could make the side spin up with a little bit of curl. And so right there, the backspin would have been a better way to go. This is a tough hole from the Pro Tees, depending on which way the wind's blowing. You can hit this, if the wind's blowing really bad, you can hit this to the right. If you bring out, and I don't have any bags, I don't think, that have, if you've got a big dog in the bag, you can hit it to the right and hit it down there and recover. But .37 should be like 2.5 rings. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. It's gonna go too far. Woo! I got lucky. I tried to set it up so that I had a couple rings straight to the left or the right, but it looked like if you hit it low on the right-hand side right there, when it comes out, if it gets past the sand, you run out of fairway faster. So either right down the center or to the left, the fairway's a little bit longer so it can roll out. And with that much topspin on there, that was a little risky. If I had a bag that had a big dog in it, I would have hit it to the right just to show you. You can hit over there. You never want to hit over there in tournament play because you have 0 chance. But in one-on-one, you can hit over there and it's super easy. Like, you never fail on that drive because it's super easy to get to screw this drive up and end up either in the sand or overshooting it and ending up in the rough. And you can get pretty screwed. I'm going to do 8.2 rings. .2 rings. And there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 2. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if that's anywhere close. 1,000 miles an hour past it. Got to get used to the ball guide. Having played with like 4.4 ball guide and then going down to 3.9, it doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal, but it's a big deal. And I don't play with my Goliath very often, so I'm not used to the ball guide on it or how much. Like Gunnar would always tell you to put on, like if you're using it, to put on 3 backspin and you can get up fairly close. See if my opponent can get up there. They got a Titan, so they should be able to. If you can't get it done with a Titan, you can't get it done. At least they got a straight shot to the cup. Yeah, the closer you can get it, the less it's going to go through the air, the less because once it hits that first bounce, the wind's no longer affecting the ball. In the hole. Look at how bad the wind's blowing. It's shaking those trees. What are we playing in a fucking tsunami? What's the deal with those trees, man? That was like, really, is the wind blowing that hard? It's shaking the trees? Hell, an expert, is it like ripping the trees out of the ground? All right, we're going to a shootout. This is it. They won one, I won one. Now let's see. Like this is the rubber match right here. This is where the rubber meets the road. Let's get that one we just got so I can practice that again. There we go. I go first. 3.7. 3.7. .7, so 3.7 rings. There's 3.7. I'm going to lean just a little to the right. I'm going to rub the nubs, and then I hit it great to the left, so that kind of balanced each other out. Balanced it out. The thing about it is that, like, if I'd have had a big, because I'm right there at max club on this hole, if I'd have had a headwind, I would have had to work that out. But here's one of the things that's cool about playing with a Guardian, is that you can hit against a headwind. Like a lot of clubs, if you're hitting against a headwind, like you're doing a max shot against headwind, here you could put on all the backspin, and it's so much safer to use a Guardian when you're hitting against a headwind like that, because you got all that backspin. So it gives you some options in varying wind conditions. But it will hurt you sometimes out there on the course, so you may have to struggle sometimes to get to get into the shootout. But once you get in the shootout, it's not as big now as it used to be. But when the game first came out, backspin was king when you got to a lot of these shootouts. So having backspin was really, really big. Here we go. How long's this video? I'm gonna give dinner another 30 minutes, and I'm gonna go make dinner, and I'm gonna shoot at least one round today. Here, hold on. Let me clear a slot just in case I get somebody that wants to replay. You don't have to go through all this rigmarole when you replay somebody, so I mean, there are some benefits to replaying, but it seems like most people are just so used to just hitting the next that it's kind of hard to get replays. It was really fun back in the day when you could replay people as many times, like there was no limit. There was no 3 limit. And if you were practicing for a tournament and you were in Tour 4 or Tour 5, and that was the one that with the tournament holes were in, and you got somebody that was really practicing, it was kind of fun. Now this is another one of those holes that's in the tournament, and if you bring out a big power ball, you can get way up there. Now you can recover from anywhere here. Just wondering, can I do a max curl shot from here? Can I beat that headwind? Let's try and beat the headwind and see if we can make it over. I doubt it. Ooh, I'm gonna hit those trees. That's bad. That's really bad. So you can't do that. That's good to know. A lot of this stuff is good to know because I haven't been playing pro, and there's different stuff. Like if you're doing max curl shots, they've put a lot of these trees there specifically for assholes like me that want to do max overpower hook shots or try big curl shots. I would have been better served on this hole to play it at the red line with my big topper, maybe my extra mile. Extra mile's got more distance and lots of topspin. The big topper doesn't hit as far, got more topspin. Probably extra mile would have been a better shot. Just like my opponent did. The good news is I believe I can recover. I can. I'm going to. Not can I. I'm going to. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 9. There's the 4. I'm not going to add anything extra on it. Hitting it perfect. Still got a lot of work left to do. And this is probably going to be with my short iron, and which is good because I need some time and grade on my short iron because I really do not feel comfortable with my numbers on my short iron. When my Hornet was level 8, I played it at 1.1, 1.9, 2.2, and I killed it with that club. I mean, like if I got into Hornet range and I hit perfect, I made it almost every time. I mean, it was on. But when I upgraded it to level 10 or level 9 and maxed it out, the accuracy changed to 100 and the numbers are jacked. Like I have never. Okay, there's man. I'm gonna play this with my rapier. Like, what does it look like? Can I get any run? Anytime the ball guide's appearing and disappearing, it's usually not a good thing. It's usually not good. So minimum Hornet, 5.2 divided by 1.9, 2.73 rings. There's 2.7. There's 2.9. It's a little bit of an overpull. Hitting it perfect. Ooh, in the hole. That was like adding on 10%. So it should have been, if I'd added on 10%, 1.1 times, it'd have been 3.0. And I did like a 2.9, so I kind of split the difference. It should be 1.0, 1.3, 1.9, according to Golf Clash Notebook. The mid number is the number that's throwing me off. I would play at 1.6 to 1.7 mid, but it's got a 1.3. And I play it more towards 2 for max, but still working on the numbers now. I'm not necessarily sure I'm happy with the numbers that are in the book. If you use the app, you're getting the numbers that are in the book, and it's just doing the math for you so that you can use your slider. And I have the app. I got the app the first week that it came out. And I did play one tournament with it. And I kept track of all the shots that I took and what I pulled and what I would have pulled if I'd have did the math by hand. And there were several shots that I missed that I just swear that if I would have did the math by hand, I would have been close. I would have been closer. That's a good roll. It's going to be close. Close! I can beat that. I can, and I will. 5.8. I'm going to do 5.8. And we'll see. That's not going to be closer. Too much curl. It would have been. Would have been close. I needed to do about half curl. And I did close to max. Good game. Good game, my man. I gave you some props. Now let's play again. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. And then I hit exit. Damn it. Reflex. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there, is people hit exit before they think about it, just as a reflex. Well, see, when I originally went up the scale, it used to be anything that was in Tour 2 was in Tour 7, anything in Tour 3 was in Tour 8, anything in Tour 4 was in Tour 9. Now, of course, it's not like that. You have different courses in each tour. But when I went up originally, the courses that were in Tour 3, which was also in Tour 8, I fucking killed it. And I had a lot of success in Tour 4, but Tour 9, like, I went out the very first day that I ever played Tour 9, and I won half the trophies in one day. Just like one sitting, I was watching TV and I won half the trophies. I went to bed that night, and I loved Tour 10 because Tour 10 had Greenock Point in it. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get to go to Tour 10 tomorrow as soon as I finish up Tour 9. And 3 months later, I maxed out Tour 9. I was not necessarily super happy about that. I really want to end up over on this side. How much room do I got? Got plenty of room. Plenty of room to work out the wind. 10.8 divided by 1.5, 7.2 rings. I'm going to move 8. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I can make it over to the fairway over here, I like the angle to the cup better on this side than... Get out of that rough. You get a little bit more leeway on this side. That peninsula coming out right there, and give yourself a little bit more of a straight up shot. They're at minimum. Is that minimum sniper from there? And I have breezed over the back of this thing and ended up like I've got several balls that are way out in that lake. I tried a max overpower hook shot on this one time and hit one of those big railroad parts of the bridge right there, and I bounced off of that so far that I went out into the lake. You can get in some trouble here. And this is plus 60 all day and twice on Sundays. It might be plus 100. Woo! Nice shot. Nice shot. I'm not sure what the numbers are. Shit, it seems like if you're down in here, it's a plus 60. So there's Min Saturn. There's Max Saturn. Just a little bit of backspin. So I'm in mid Saturn. It's like 2.4 per ring. Times 4.7 divided by 2.4. It's like 3.2 rings. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if I need to do bigger than a 60% from up there. Oh, close, close, close. Let's see if they'll replay. Come on, Jim. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, they hit exit on reflex. Dag nabbit. How long have we played? Where's my thing at? Played for 35 minutes. I got a couple more in me. Am I gonna win anything? Have I won any yet? I don't know that I've won any. Especially when you go up, if you're playing against people that play that tour all the time, they got the stuff down. You got to be ready. If you're very first playing and you just started playing and you're going up the ranks, the deal is you got to make sure you have enough cash flow when you go up, but so you can stay up there. But don't be afraid to take your licks. Where in the fuck is the tee box? I don't even remember this hole. Or, excuse me, the flagpole. Must be to the left. Yep. Now, I think in Ricky, I try and play where I'm going up into that zone, but I think I'm going to play over to, well, that could be, I'm going to play over here. Let's play it from a different side than my opponent. I could try and go for the gusto, but I don't think that's the way to do it. I don't think that's the way to do it. Eight. Should be 7-5 or ring set. A little bit of curl. Just for flavor. For some reason, I think this side over here is not... For some reason, my spidey sense is going that way. It's hard to get, like, you can't get all the way over to the green side unless you had a bigger ball. So you got to start off way to the left and then bring it back around. Are they going to have to bounce off the island? I think they are going to have to bounce off the island. Wow. Why does this seem like that's going to be bad? I guess it wasn't. It just seemed like that was all wrong. Yeah, like you can, oh yeah, I can get over. I can get over. Do I have enough room to work out any wind from there? Maybe. Maybe. .3 divided by 1.1 would be 8.45 rings. Let's see if I have enough room on my red line. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, and then I'm going to do a little more. Hitting it perfect. Ooh, should have did a bunch more. Should have did like 20%. And I did. I should have did a bunch more. Let's see if I'd have did 20%. I'd have been 10.14 rings. So if I'm going to hit over into that spot, I definitely want to do more. Mo, faux show. My opponent made it in the hole. Now I got to get in the hole. All I got to do is hit perfect and it's in the hole. That's all I got to do. That's all I got to do, man. And that was 2 rings great to the left. And I set it up for a 1 ring great to the left to go in, but not a 2. Not a 2. A perfect and a 1 ring great to the left might have gone in. So you guys are getting to see a good ass kicking of odd today. Am I going to lose all the trophies that I went and got yesterday? How much time we got? 40 minutes. Got enough time for 1 more. I don't want to play that tour. I want to play this tour. Am I losing all my trophies? Do you not lose trophies anymore, or you only lose cash? Is that the deal? I know they changed it so that if you get to pro, you stay pro lifetime. If you get to expert, you stay expert lifetime. Because if you got an account and you're not playing that account very often, and it drops back down, it gets relegated down to rookie. You can't play any tournaments other than rookie. So you got to play rookie tournaments. We will see what the deal is here. That wind should help them a little. Now let's see if they missed the fairway bunker. Boom, in the fairway bunker, and they're out. And they're out. Let's just try and get it up there. We'll play it safe. Give myself a couple rings. 5-8. I'm not sure. What is my big topper at this level? I've got a level 7 big topper in my 77 account, and it's 2 per ring, but here I think it's more. So there's 2, 4, 5. I'm not gonna move it. I'd rather under move it. I'll still get over into the zone over there and just bounce it over. Get as much run as possible. Give myself a straight up, what looks to be long iron or wood. That should be long iron. And they'll walk their level 9 thorn tail down into the cup. That is one of the benefits of having a thorn level 9, is if you put on all the backspin, it's got enough ball guide that it walks the tail. It's one of the things you're missing in a Guardian. You don't know which way it's going to roll off. See if they hit it perfect and it goes in. They got a good shot at it. I don't think they pulled it enough. I think if they miss, they're going to miss on the right-hand side, but I don't think they pulled it. That's exactly what it looked like. They didn't pull it enough. I think a thorn, what is a thorn? At minimum club, it should be 3.7 per ring, so that should have been like a 1 ring pull. Saturn, there's Max, there's Min. So at Min Saturn. Minimum Saturn is 2.8, so 3.5 divided by 2.8. If I did a straight up adjustment with no addition, it's 1.25. Hitting it perfect. In and out. out. Close. Needed a little teeny. I need to pull back a little bit more and maybe 2.5 topspin. Got to get used to hitting with some of these clubs that don't have the ball guide of, like, some of the reasons I use a Grizzly is because I like the ball guide on a Grizzly. You can really get a read at it. It's a finicky club, but it's got great numbers. I've played, here's the deal, is I've played so much with the Saturn over the years. When I get used to it again, I'll be fine. But right now I've made a lot of shots with my Saturn. I felt like I had more success with my Saturn than I do with my Grizzly. But it's probably just because I played with it for so many years. Let's see if we can win one. Just win one. I don't think I've won any. Maybe one. Two. I did play that one guy and I did win 2. But I think those are the only 2 I've won. What am I? Shit, I'm less than a 50% player right now. Come on. Five, 4. Seems like there is a rough bump here if you got the top spin. And if we're playing it with a wood, I definitely don't have the top spin. Close. Close. 3.52. Do I have enough topspin to get me up there? I do. It should be 6 rings. Hey, what do you mean you're reconnecting me? It should be 6 rings. Getting it perfect. We'll see if that, I didn't do anything special on it other than just, ooh, I think I lost. 2.9, I won. Look at that. I can win one. With the, I should have pulled it back a little bit because without the ball guide on there, pulling it all the way to the cup, if you got like 4.4, 4.2 ball guide pushing it all the way to the cup, it rolls out all the way to the cup. But with 3.9 ball guide and you're right at the cup, it is going to roll past it. I was able to win a gold. All right, there we go. That was 48 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna. What time is it? 5:48. I'm gonna make dinner real quick, and then when I get done, I'm going to come back out and play a round with my odd account in Rookie for the new tournament. See if I can get some notes, and then hopefully I can hook up with Dunner and play 77. Thanks for watching.